Okay, I want to start this video in the back of my house. Some of these trees we've planted. Some were just part of the woods back here. That's a dead tree my husband just cut down way back there. As you can see, this used to be a healthy tree and it's pretty much almost dead. And back here, there's a dead tree. And the woods back here used to be thick and green, beautiful. Now, it's pretty much dead. This tree here isn't doing too bad so far, but it has mold on the trunk here. We threw a vegetable back here for the animals, but you can see the mold on the trunk. This tree is done. All the bare branches, you have to get underneath of the tree to see how sick that it is. Okay, this is the woods that should be green, and it is all dying. All sick, dead trees. I'm going to walk back here and see all these trees are dry, or they look dry. The leaves they all have these spots on them, and the vines just seem to be taking over all the dead trees. That one up there, that is completely dried up and dead. Okay, this is just the woods behind my house. This isn't even counting all the trees that we've planted in the last 20 years that are dead and dying. And you can see way out back there, that one's definitely a done deal back there. Now, inside of the woods, see, the vines have taken over so heavy that it looks like they're green, but the trees are dead, and it's just green vines kind of taking over. They seem to be surviving this. From a distance, yeah, everything looks kind of green, except for that. Now this is the rest of our property line. Just bear with me while I get to all the ones that we've planted over the years. As you come underneath of the trees, you can see how, bare, they're bare, they're sick. This is the woods that runs along this side. Everything's dry, brown, dead and dying, except for the crazy vine. Now I'm going to take you up to where we have lots and lots of trees that we've planted. That tree's pretty much gone. Now, this whole line of trees were all beautiful and healthy until they started getting mold on the trunks, and since then everything has just dried up, branches fell off, and they seem to have this, well, you can see the mold on the bottom, but they seem to have these, like they're bleeding. It's like a wound, and some kind of reddish is coming out. There's property next to us. I mean, this is summer. This is, you know, the end of summer, fall. The leaves should be turning colors. No, they're turning brown, and you know, look at this. All of the trees in there are just dying. And here's another one. You can see the mold on the trunk of the tree. That pretty much means it's done. All of the bare branches. It's just so sad. This one here, this pine tree, the trunk is covered in mold. It has sores. Branches bare. Right on down the line, all of the trees that we planted on our property line here. Mold. Dead. Now, up until a couple of years ago, they were all healthy. And you can see where we've thrown some dead branches back there. More mold on the trunk. And I found that once you see that mold, then you know your tree's done. This is all bare, dead, dried branches. And these trees are not going to come back, people. They're dead and dying. They're not going to come back. And this is not just happening on my property. It is happening all around the world. This was a big, beautiful tree. All these just dried up branches. And you can see the mold on the trunk there. I started to see the trees dying in the pine barrens of New Jersey probably about 6 years ago. And didn't really think too much about it. But now that everything here, now look at this poor tree. Yeah, so sad. The sad part is we cannot live without trees. There's the mold. There's the woods next to me, all dead, brown, dried up. Now, I'm not going to put you through the entire line, but as you can see, we have a lot of trees going down the property line, and they are all just getting bare. There's the mold. Now, over here by the driveway, we have 10 trees total on the driveway, and all of them, like I said, from a distance you can't tell, but when you get up you can see all of the dead branches. They're all dried up. The leaves have brown spots all over them, and they are not going to make it. And there's the mold. That is a very sick tree. This one here, all the branches are bare, the leaves are dried up. There's no beautiful fall colors that should be here. It's just brown. Just brown. And all those on down the line, they're all dried up and dead. And some are not quite dead yet, but they're dying. Because as soon as you see that mold on there, you know they're done. Now I want to go down the end of the driveway here because we have some planted along the front of the property. as you get up underneath of each tree, you can see, you know, look at the leaves. They're all spotted and brown, and the branches are bare. And there's them all. Every single one of our trees is moldy and dying. And this is not just on my property. I just don't think other people are noticing it, or I don't know what they think, but I know what I think. Look at the sores on this tree. It's like they're bleeding. Now over here, down the front of the property, all of these trees, like I said, from a distance, yeah, they look okay. Until you get up underneath of them and see everything that's missing. See all those branches inside, underneath. And again, there's this, it's like they have sores, and there's the mold. There are some real bad ones down here. Sorry about the shaking of the video. This was such a beautiful tree. Look at it. Look at it. Put the mold on the tree. Right here. So if you see that on your trees, you know it's done. This one is really bad. And you know, up until recently, these were healthy, beautiful trees. And we could keep going down the street. But this, I believe, is all happening from the geoengineering spraying. I think over all these years they've been spraying that the aluminum, the barium, God knows what else is in that spray coming down. It's been going into the soil. The poor trees have been sucking it up, and now they're to a point where it's just killing them all. So people, we better start waking up. Go look at your trees. Let's do something before it's too late, if it's not already.